October 24th, 79 AD. 6 in the morning. Somewhere in Pompeii, a baker has been awake since before the sun. His bread is already in the oven. His slave boy, maybe 10 years old, is arranging the shelf out front. Down the street, a merchant is setting up his stall. Wine, olive oil, fish sauce, the same things he arranges every morning. Children are chasing each other through the Forum. An old man sits at a fountain watching nothing in particular. 20,000 people. Going about their day. They have 7 hours. This is not a story about a volcano. It is a story about an ordinary morning. 20,000 people doing exactly what they did every day in a city that had no idea it was living its final hours. What you're about to see is reconstructed from archaeology, the city's own walls, and the volcanic record left behind. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Pompeii sits on the Bay of Naples. Stone walls built centuries before this morning. 1 square mile of tight streets, deep ruts worn into the stone by decades of the same wheels and the same roots. Everything close, everything loud, everything moving.
The morning crowd will be here soon. Fill these gaps on the shelves immediately and make sure the count is accurate.
Nobody is watching the mountain. There is no reason to. The Forum. Stand in the middle of it and turn slowly. 2-story colonnades on every side. Columns casting shadows halfway across the plaza. Vendors selling things you didn't know you needed. Slaves threading through all of it silently, carrying the weight of a city that has long since made its peace with pretending they aren't there. At the far end, the Temple of Jupiter. 30-foot columns. A triangular pediment carved with gods who look down at everything below with the particular expression of people who already know how this ends. In the courtyard of the Temple of Apollo, a sundial. This morning it says there is still plenty of time. A woman moves through the crowd near the market entrance, her young daughter's hand in hers, stopping at a stall to look at something, moving on. 20,000 people. Every single one of them certain that today is just another day. Walk away from the Forum, and the city starts showing you things it doesn't put on display. One family's house takes up an entire city block. 3,000 square meters. Every wall covered in fresco. Floors of mosaic. 1 million tiles in a single room, laid by people whose names nobody thought to write down. 3 streets over, the houses get honest. And behind the bakeries, back rooms, no windows, stone floor, some with doors that lock from the outside. The slave boy from the baker's stall sleeps in a room exactly like this one. The millstones are still there today, worn completely smooth. Pompeii was a city of staggering beauty. It was also a city that knew exactly whose backs that beauty was built on. A faint tremor passes beneath the streets, almost imperceptible. Nobody mentions it to anyone. 4 hours remaining. By mid-morning, the baths are already crowded. Romans bathed the way we check our phones, constantly, habitually, and with a social purpose that had very little to do with being clean. The baths are where deals get made, where reputations travel, where yesterday's official version of events gets quietly replaced by what actually happened. 2 men settle in at the edge of the pool. The easy conversation of people who have known each other a long time.
You're here early now. My wife threw me out of the house. I'm in no hurry to go back.
The other man laughs. An ordinary morning. The most ordinary morning. On the eastern edge of the city, the amphitheater. Graffiti from the fans who filled its seats still survives. One inscription reads, Celadus the Thracian, the one the girls sigh for. 2,000 years later, and we're still reading it. Some things about people never change. 2 hours remaining. The ground moves again, stronger this time, long enough that people look up and hold still, waiting. There isn't more. Not yet. Pompeii has felt this before. The earthquake of 62 AD cracked walls across this city. They rebuilt. They always rebuilt. A tremor is not news here, but the dogs are pulling hard at their chains. The birds left the rooftops an hour ago and haven't come back. Small things, each one easy to set aside. Nobody connects them. And on the street outside his bakery, the baker is watching the midday crowd, thinking about nothing except whether the afternoon will be as good as the morning was.
It was merely a tremor, an inconvenience. Now, cease this idleness and return to your posts.
It is just before 1 in the afternoon. The Forum is full. The baths are full. The baker's shelf is stocked exactly the way he demanded it be. Near the market entrance where she stopped an hour ago, a mother walks with her young daughter through the midday crowd, the girl pulling slightly ahead, curious about everything, in a hurry to get nowhere in particular. The girl stops. She looks up at the mountain. Her mother looks up. For the first time that day, everyone is watering the mountain. At approximately 1 in the afternoon, the top of Mount Vesuvius disappears. Not slowly, not with any final warning. One moment the mountain is there. The next, a column of ash and gas punching into the sky. Rising, still rising, 33 kilometers high. The sound arrives seconds later, not an explosion. Something that doesn't come through your ears so much as through the ground beneath your feet and the air inside your chest.
Keep your eyes down. Do not look at it. Keep moving, quickly now. Move!
Ash begins to fall, softly at first. Gray flakes settling on the Forum stones, on the temple steps, on the bread sitting on the baker's shelf. Then the pumice starts. Rocks the size of fists from a sky that is no longer blue. Roofs buckling. Streets filling with people moving without direction, carrying whatever they grabbed in the seconds between understanding and running. Some make it to the harbor. Some make it through the gates. The ones who stay are still there when the Pyroclastic Surge arrives. Superheated gas and volcanic debris moving over 200 kilometers per hour. Hot enough to kill in a single breath. Not slow, not gradual, instant. The baker doesn't make it to the gate. His shelf is fully stocked, his hand still white with flour. The slave boy is beside the shelf, exactly where he was told to stand. His job was to make sure it stayed full. He never left his post. By morning, 20 feet of volcanic rock covers everything we just walked through. The Forum, the temples, the 2 men from the baths who had nowhere to be, the sundial that said there was still plenty of time, the amphitheater where 20,000 voices once roared for a gladiator named Celadus, the fountain where the old man sat watching nothing in particular. All of it, gone. But here is the part that stays with you. The same eruption that destroyed Pompeii preserved it. The ash sealed the city exactly as it was at the moment everything stopped. When excavations began in 1748, they found bread still in the ovens, graffiti still sharp on the walls, frescoes that had not seen daylight since 79 AD, still vivid. And the people. The volcanic material hardened around them where they fell, left voids in the shapes of their final moments. When archaeologists poured plaster into those voids, what came out were the last seconds of real human beings. A slave still in chains, a family pressed into a corner, a mother curled completely around her daughter, arms still wrapped around her, still holding on. For 17 centuries, Pompeii was lost. And then we found it again. Every name scratched into every wall by someone who had no idea that 2,000 years later, a stranger would be standing there reading it.